Now, we got a lot of stuff we're going to be talking about here today, y'all. We got a lot of stuff we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about Kendrick Lamar. We got J. Cole. We got a woman claiming she Jay-Z's long-lost daughter. We got 6ix9ine. We're going to be talking about Gunna snitching. Sheck Wes. We even got Lil Uzi Vert. Trippie Redd. We got it all today, y'all. Now, the first story I want to talk about is Sheck Wes, man. This happened a few hours ago, but let's get into it. Now, this ain't looking good, y'all. You know what I mean? Listen, get on your knees and pray for Sheck Wes. This ain't looking good. Now, he was arrested today in New York, y'all, at a traffic stop. Now, police say they found a gun and they found some of that Snoop Dogg broccoli. Now, he's facing 2 felony charges. Now, you guys know living in New York, that's not a good thing, man. I mean, look, this is one of the reasons why 6ix9ine snitched, right? Because when you get caught with a gun in New York, you better start snitching on somebody, okay? You better tell a tale on somebody, man. Now, in this situation, you guys know, there's been a lot of people that have been to New York. They have had guns on them, and they have done time, right? I mean, Lil Wayne, right? Did he do 1 or 2 years? Even Plaxico Burress, I think he did 2 years, right? I don't think Sheck Wes is running around with the blicky, running down on the ops. I think he was just trying to protect himself out there. And it's very sad to see people go to jail for trying to protect themselves. Very sad to see. Now, moving on to the next story, man. This woman, she's 28 years old. She's out of Maryland. And she claiming that she is Jay-Z's daughter. Now, I don't know if she's trying to meet Beyonce. I don't know if she's trying to get them Jay-Z bucks. But she do look like Jay-Z, y'all. She do look like Jay-Z. And this is what she had to say.
Deny anything, especially when people were there that know him. Emma was there. He just looked at me and he was like, Dad. David.
Now, I know Jay-Z's probably like, nope. Now, the thing is, man, there's a lot of people out here who do this type of stuff, right? It was some dude that was claiming that he was Bill Clinton's son, right? I've seen so many people come out and be like, yo, man, I'm this person's son or daughter or whatever the case is. And they get all these interviews. They get all this clout, right, from doing all that stuff. And turns out they're not even kin to the person. Now, we'll find out what happened in this situation, man. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. But I would say she does look like him, though, man. She looks like Jay-Z. Now, moving on to the next story. You guys may want to get your tissues, man. Get your tissues. Now, a guy tweeted out to Punch, who was the president of TDE, right? And he goes, "We want Kendrick." Now, Punch then replied, "What do you want with him?" Now, someone goes, "I want to put him on a 3-track EP with J. Cole. Because the world is going through a lot, and that alone will make the world so happy. Please make it happen." Now, Punch then responded back saying, "That's never going to happen." Then the guy responded back to Punch saying, "Yeah, because we going to get a 12-track album from them, right?" Punch then replied and said, "0 tracks, not happening." Now, I don't know what's going on in this situation. You know, this is pretty weird because, like, the last time we heard was that we were going to get this album. Now, we first heard about this album. This was a time when Kendrick and Cole were around each other, right? You know, they were working together. They were admiring each other, right? That's a long time ago, y'all. That's probably about 7 years ago, y'all. Now, a lot of people were saying that it's possible that J. Cole and Kendrick are just not friends anymore. And it's possible that there is some beef between the two. Now, the last time I saw J. Cole chilling with a rapper, he was chilling with Drake. Now, I don't know if that means anything, but take that for what it is. Moving on to the next story. You may not be getting the J. Cole and the Kendrick collab, but you're getting a Lil Uzi Vert and a Trippie Redd collab. Now, Lil Uzi Vert was seen in a video listening to a song that features Trippie Redd, and he was just showing all of his ice in the background. And by the way, I can't play the song for you guys, but Trippie Redd was going ham on the song. It sounded good. Now, I'm pretty excited about this. Now, you guys know, Trippie, for the longest time, he was trying to get on a song with Uzi or whatever. He was tossing out, little messages on Instagram and whatnot. And it's looking like that's going to happen. Uzi did tell him that he was going to jump on a song. And I would love to see a series of songs from these guys. Imagine if Trippie Redd and Uzi made a collaboration album. That's something I would love to hear. Just saying. Now, Gunna has been under question lately, man. 6ix9ine is snitching on all the snitches. He posted on Instagram basically asking the question, did Gunna snitch? So this has caused everything to boil up again. Gunna is back in the news from snitching. Now, you guys remember, I reported on this a few months ago. My whole thing was, yes, Gunna did snitch. I called it how I saw it. A lot of you guys out there didn't agree with me, maybe because you're fans with Gunna, but Gunna responds to the whole situation. You guys watch this.
Well, talk to me, Gunna. Talk to me about this Crime Stopper video that everybody's circulating. They trying to use that against you. What was that about?
I don't know. It's about, Crime Stopper what? I ain't never stop a crime. Never.
Just go to see like you ain't got no real friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not happy that it happened, but you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of good to see that be on the outside looking in.
Kitchens is now a member of the neighborhood rap group SPC, known as Shady Park Click, like his cousin once was.
That's why it's come back to that street word, snitch. No one's want to be labeled as a snitch. I don't want to tell on him because somebody might try to come me or someone in my family.
Kitchen says Benton first lied to police because he didn't want to rat out another member, Clarence Carter.
Everybody, know, the streets know, so everybody looking at it like it was wrong because this man would let my family member, you know what I'm saying, go down for something he did.
Now, you guys know me. I'm going to keep it 100, man. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to tell you guys what I believe in. I may not be right. I may be wrong, whatever the case is. But in my heart of heart, I feel like right there, Gunna snitch. Now, it is what it is. You guys can deal with him however you want to deal with him. But that's just what it is. Now, here is the rest of this audio. Let's hear what else he has to say.
Kitchens claims Benton and Carter were both wearing red the night Jasmine Lynn was shot.
It was just a coincidence of how it was put out. Like, they actually had on the same exact color.
Okay.
He just had on the hood, and Devo didn't. He had on a regular shirt.
Kitchens believes that mistaken identity played a big role in this case.
So that's not even you on that video?
Yes, that's me, but that wasn't on no Crime Stopper. I don't know what I'm thinking about, because I wasn't in no case or nothing. So even just saying oh, you snitched on who? I was never in no case. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be that go back to the internet. I don't really be feeding into it. I don't know. I really from the street. Where I'm from, if you snitch, bro, the paperwork, the document. You know what I'm saying? I already kept it. Don't be about nothing.
Yeah, when I watched the video, when I watched it, you was actually saying that your people was in jail because somebody else was talking on them. That's what I took from it.
Right.
Now, I'm going to tell you guys this, right? If I was in Gunna's shoes and my cousin was facing life in jail, right? Because people were saying my cousin did something he didn't do. Yeah, I'm coming out and I'm pointing fingers. I'm pointing fingers at exactly who did it. I'm pointing 10 fingers at people. I admit that. That's what Gunna did in that situation. But at the end of the day, when you say something like, yeah, I don't want to be labeled a snitch, and, we don't like that snitch word, but the person who did it is not locked up, and it's him, but it's not my cousin. Yeah, you're trying to save your cousin, but at the same time, you're pointing 10 of them fingers at the person who really did it, so therefore, you are snitching. Anyway, what do you guys think about that? Now, Freddie Gibbs responded to this whole thing, and he went on to say, if you was on Crime Stoppers TV, you a snitch. Ain't no way around it. Now, by the way, the whole Gunna video, it wasn't on Crime Stoppers, but it was an interview, and he was snitching. Just saying. Now, speaking of snitches, the biggest snitch in the game, self-proclaimed 6ix9ine. You guys know he's been going back and forth with Billboard. You know about the 6 credit cards that he claims, right? Listen, you know about Ariana Grande and this and that. I made a whole video on this whole thing. Now, 6ix9ine said that Billboard was basically working with Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber and this and that, and they basically bought the #1. Now, just like in the Lil Nas X situation where Lil Nas X released Old Town Road and it was removed from the country charts, a lot of people were upset about that. Billboard then responded to the issue, right? Now, there's been a few times where Billboard has responded to different situations, usually like when there was an outrage, and this is one of those situations where Billboard has responded. They've responded to the claims that 6ix9ine made, right? And it kind of debunks like what he was saying. Now, first thing first, right? 6ix9ine had over 180 million streams on YouTube alone from Gooba, right? Gooba went ham. Now, here's the thing. 6ix9ine is not stupid, and I'm sure his record label had already told him this before. I believe 6ix9ine knew for a fact that the way the streams are counted is they only count U.S. streams. They ain't counting. Listen, once again, this ain't the Zimbabwe charts. They ain't counting no streams from no Zimbabwe. They're only counting streams from the U.S. So, with 6ix9ine getting over 180 million streams on YouTube, only a small percentage of those streams were counted because he ended up getting counted for 55.3 million streams across the total platforms, total of Tidal, Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, okay? Now, they also went on to address the fact that 6ix9ine claimed that Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber were out here balling, buying all these singles with 6 credit cards, right? He kind of made the whole 6 credit card thing a meme. Like, it's a joke at that point, right? Now, once again, they addressed that whole situation and they went on to say, they go, look, Billboard and Nielsen conducts audits on all sales reported with access to purchase level detail and works with data partners to recognize excessive bulk purchases and remove those units from the final sales total. All titles this week, as of every week, were put under the same scrutiny. So they're basically saying, look, man, what are you talking about with these 6 credit cards? Where'd you get the information from? Because we watched very carefully over this whole thing, and no one was able to purchase $30,000 worth of songs with 6 credit cards. Listen, I always tell you guys this, and this is what you got to understand. I may not agree with 6ix9ine's antics, but at the same time, I'm able to give this guy his props whenever he does deserve the props. At the end of the day, he's still a snitch, but he's a genius when it comes to marketing. Anyway, I love you guys. You guys have a great day, and I'm out.